Some souls return as kings, some return as thieves, some return as the forgotten, the wandering, the lost. But some souls, some choose to return as dogs, not for power, not for glory, not to chase the same cycle of greed and corruption. They come back for us. Dogs aren't just pets, they are sentinels. Something watches us, not just from above, but from beside us. Dogs are more than animals, more than companions, more than the domesticated servants of mankind. They are guardians, where they sense what we cannot. They see what hides behind the veil. They protect us not just from the living, but from the unseen. They were sent here, or they chose to come, because something ancient wanted us to remember. If souls reincarnate, if the same energy moves through different bodies, different forms, then who were they before? They were warriors, returning to guard those who can no longer protect themselves. They were souls who learned too much in a past life, now bound to silence, watching over the world in another form. They were human once, but rejected humanity, choosing a form closer to purity, closer to light. Or were they never human at all? They were something higher, something that never fell, never strayed, never lost the truth. We are the ones who should be learning from them. Dog spelled backward is God. Is that a clue? Coincidence, or has the truth always been right in front of us? Dogs don't judge, dogs don't betray, dogs don't deceive. They love, they forgive, they remain loyal until death and beyond. What else do we know that loves like this? What else is described as a guide, a protector, a force of unconditional love? Ancient cultures saw dogs as psychopomps, beings that guide souls through the transition of death. The Egyptians worshipped Anubis, the jackal-headed god, guardian of the underworld. The Greeks spoke of Cerberus, a monstrous dog that stood at the gates of the afterlife, letting souls pass but never return. The Celts believed dogs could see spirits, warning their masters of things lurking in the dark. Dogs have always been connected to gods and spiritual forces. Even in languages where dog doesn't spell God, the connection still exists. Egypt, Anubis, the jackal-headed god, was the guardian of the underworld, guiding souls to judgment. Greek mythology, Cerberus, the three-headed hound, stood at the gates of the afterlife, controlling who entered. Hinduism, dogs are sacred to Bhairava, a fierce manifestation of Shiva, the god of destruction and rebirth. Mesoamerican beliefs. The Aztecs believed dogs helped souls cross into the afterlife, leading them through treacherous rivers. Dogs are not just animals in mythology. They are always the bridge between life and death, between man and the divine. They guard the gates. They lead the lost. They stand at the threshold of the unseen. So even if the letters don't always match, the meaning does. There are ancient languages where dog and God are eerily similar. English dog, God, reversed. Old Norse Hunda, dog, was associated with Odin, the all-father of gods. Sumerian, the Doge tribe, was linked to divine messengers. Aramaic, the language of Jesus. Some texts reference divine canines as protectors of souls. In some languages, the connection is hidden, fragmented, like a message that was distorted over time. But the theme is always there. Dogs are not just animals. They are guardians of something beyond human comprehension. Dogs were planted in human history to remind us of what we lost. If a force wanted to leave us clues about the divine, but knew history would erase or distort the message over time, how would they do it? They would embed the message into something that never changes, something timeless, something that lives alongside us, regardless of language, religion, or era, something like dogs. They are always with us, they are always loyal, they are always watching, a silent reminder, a being that teaches us love in its purest form, a protector between worlds. The one living thing that has followed us across every civilization, every empire, every collapse, without fail. Dogs don't need redemption, but humans do. If reincarnation exists, why do we come back as humans, flawed, selfish, broken? Why do we struggle to learn the same lessons lifetime after lifetime? Because we still need to. Because we haven't mastered what they have. Dogs don't need money, yet they are rich in love. Dogs don't speak, yet they communicate everything. Dogs don't fear death, yet they protect us from it. What if they have already escaped the cycle, but chose to return anyway? Not for themselves, for us. Because they know we haven't figured it out yet. Because they know the world has gone dark. Because they know we have forgotten what real love looks like. So they came back to show us. Dogs are not just animals, they are gatekeepers. They exist between worlds. And if they chose to return this way instead of coming back as men, what does that say about us? Who is really teaching who? We think we own them, we think we train them, we think we understand them. But what if it's the other way around? What if they are waiting for us to wake up, to see them for what they really are? Because maybe, just maybe, the real angels don't have wings. Maybe they walk on 4 legs. And maybe the last lesson we learn in this world is how to love the way they do. The final question, was this a clue left for us to find? Even if it's just a linguistic coincidence in English, why does the deeper meaning still hold up across cultures? Why are dogs always linked to gods and spirits? Why are they the ones standing between life and death? Why are they the purest example of unconditional love on earth? Maybe the letters don't always match, but the message does. And maybe the reason dogs never leave our side is because they were never meant to. If a force wanted to leave us clues about the divine, but knew history would erase or distort the message over time, how would they do it? They would embed the message into something that never changes. Something timeless, something that lives alongside us, regardless of language, religion, or era. Something like dogs. They are always with us. They are always loyal. They are always watching, a silent reminder, a being that teaches us love in its purest form, a protector between worlds. The one living thing that has followed us across every civilization, every empire, every collapse without fail.